Sudan ben kwarche pande ko chul jamondo kurma da kurum baedin. Sudan ben kokye pande ko chul jamondo kurma da kurum baedin. Sudan ben urche pande ko chul jamondo kurma da kurum baedin. Sudan ben kokye pande ko chul jamondo kurma da kurum baedin. Sudan ben marche pande ko chul jamondo kurma.
And I left Sudan in 1987 when war broke out in the country, ran to Ethiopia, then from Ethiopia to Kenya, and Kenya to America. When Project Education Sudan was started in 2005, after a peace agreement was signed, I involved into Project Education Sudan as a volunteer, and it was really turning out as a turning point for me to give back to my country. So Project Education Sudan reunited me with my family back home in Sudan, and especially my dad and brothers and sisters that I haven't seen over 20 years. So it was just like amazing, unbelievable. So when I came back, it's time that I said I want to do more for Project Education Sudan. So from 2006 and up to now, I've been in the board of directors and Sudanese counselor or advisor. That's what I've been doing for Project Education Sudan, and I love doing it very much. And another good news coming up very soon in November 8th, I will go to Juba to do a training workshop operated by Joseph Corbell International Studies School from Denver University here. So I'm going to do that course in Juba for 2 weeks, and then I'll come back here, finish my classes at UCD, and then I'll go to Sudan next year to work for Project Education Sudan as a director on the ground. So I'm really excited, and I love doing that. I just want to see my people prosper, and I want to see my people devolve. And I think I am the one to be the ringleader of devolvement in my country, and I feel good about it because when I came to America, I had nothing at all. I didn't know how to describe myself through English language, and now I had a chance that finished my bachelor degree this year. It's so amazing, and I was the first graduate in my family to do that, get associate degree, bachelor degree, and now I'm moving on to take graduate classes. When I look back and I see that there are people behind me and they need help, they are desperately looking for education, that's what really hold my heart and say, Daniel, you could do this, and I know I could do it. A liberal arts associate degree in generals, and I got my bachelor degree in psychology and sociology, and I hope I will do either clinical psychology in grad level or industrial and organization of psychology. Both of these, they will come back to help people, and my heart is to help others that need help. I have seen my people, they have been they have went through unexplainable torture, mistreatment, humiliation, being treated as a second citizen in their own country. I am tired of that personally. I was born during war, grew up in war, and my age mate that already married now, they have the kids and they are still in a war zone. To me, I say it's enough is enough. It should be time for us. If we choose unity, it has to be a unity that recognizes equality of everybody. Otherwise, it will be much better for us to have a separation country. And so we could rule ourselves. Give us a chance to see whether we will rule ourselves or not. We have never been given a chance that as a Southerners to see if we are a failed state or not. But I think if we are given a chance, we will show to the world that. So my hope for the future, I hope that Southern Sudan will be a better country. I just want a separation, simply like that. Yeah, I want separation because this is almost like a 6 years of independent now of Southern Sudan, and there's nothing that have really take place when people call what is called unity attractive. The unity has never been attractive since the very beginning in 2005 and up to now. So given this 100 days left or less than 100 days left now, I don't see people could work on unity and make it attractive. If not, why not in 5 years and now in just 2 months to want to make unity attractive? So I believe that a referendum should go on well, and referendum should bring a division, secession of the country, and let the others leave themselves. I want to let the world know that there has been over 20-something years, over 40 years, that Sudan has been in war, civil war for itself. This is a time that the world needs to step up. This is a time now the world needs to look into both sides. I'm not peppering Southerners like, they are doing the good thing. I'm not peppering the North, they are doing the good thing. But I need world to take a look at what is going on and bring everything to light. Bring everything to light. This will stop the killing of innocent people. I was born innocent, and there was no point for a 6-year boy to run away from the family and live the life of orphans and the others, people of my age, that have suffered that much. It was because the world don't know what's going on. So I'm really encouraging the world, the leaders of the world, to bring everything on the table for Sudanese and look at it both sides.
When we look at most of our leaders, we realize that most of them are lacking basic skills of leadership. So it was really very important to see not only the leaders, but most of the Sudanese get trained on leadership skills, so that when we have our own country, we may be able to run it the way other countries are running there. There are a lot of dreams that I really have for my beloved country, and with that, the referendum is going to happen soon. What I personally is thinking and what I'm dreaming about is that we are going to have a very wonderful country of our own, a country that will be full of freedom. I always dream that one day I have to get back home and do my best together with other people to make my country be like where I am. And I'm proud to be a Sudanese.
The 21 years of war really robbed most of our young people from education, and starting to invest in Sudan, or particularly in Southern Sudan, then education is going to be the core of everything. Any organization that want to succeed there, they should also think of it. What manpower do they need on the ground? If there is no good education, then of course, maybe the only people to get there to go and work for them are going to be outsiders, and that's not going to help the locals much. But if you have the locals working with the locals, the effect will be recognizable. And we look forward to help even those who are above the high school age. They still think of going back to school. Even now, our military, we still have schools for them. Those who spend 21 years in the bush, we are getting them back to the classroom so that at least they get something to learn. And if I have to go back and do what I can do, is to really look at the people who are with me. What are their needs? What are their needs? Then we start from there and give opportunity for every child to the adult. Either those who want to do business, those who want go to school, let's help them. Microeconomy, even agriculture, you provide things for them so that they do what they can provide to the family, and then at the same time they can provide to the community. My heart is all back home, and when I go, my tears will fall down. These are the people I lived with them. But now the situation they are in is quite different from where I am now. When I look around my surrounding here and look at their surrounding, I feel better about it. What can we do to improve the life of our people from the 21 years of war and move them a little bit to be as recognizable in the scope of the world, to be part of, like, just look like others. So these are the things that drive me to be part of Lions with my co-founders, and we are working really hard, at least from what we can get. We have to, put something that can bring a good outcome. At the same time, I'm here, but I'm still part of the liberation movement. Why? Because awareness. How can our American friends or other part of the world know about our problems? It is to be the very people who suffered have to tell their story to the friends, so that what are the things that we need? We will be the people as ambassadors for our country. Well, some people say that, well, time is now limited, but how are you going to do it? We're going to do it. And our friends in the North, they know it very well. Our brothers in the North, they know very well the outcome of the referendum. The dilemma they're making, maybe they think is going to help. It's not. Registration is now pushed up to 14th of November. We don't care. If we register only 1 million people, that's okay. Maybe the 1,900,000 will turn, and then we beat the threshold. That's 61%. We beat it really badly. That's another good thing for us. And those who are going to go to the ballot, I think our brothers, they know very well what's going to be the outcome. And the outcome is, of course, going to be the separation. People are going to choose separation rather than unity. They know what is the good about the peace. The 6 years, or let me say 5 and plus years that we spend in peace, we can see how happy our people are from both sides. We can let the Southern Sudan go and have a very, very good relationship with Northerners, like our Northern brothers in Egypt used to have good relationship with us, the Sudanese. I do remember when I was still a child, crossing border to go to Egypt, you don't need a visa. You don't need a passport. You need just an ID. You can go to Egypt and come back. So if we together, we can accept the result of the referendum and live together as good neighbors, we share language. We speak the same language. And we know North better than, other countries like Chad or Central Africa. So the only thing for them, if they are thinking of going back to war, that's the dumbest thing they will be doing. It will not give a good result for both sides. The best thing for the world to do is, you provide the people what they need, and you give them the good ideas, then they follow. When you become a friend to somebody, at least you can know what they are doing. But if we ignore them through sanctions and other things, we're like just building a fence and we don't know what they are doing on the other side of the fence. But let's open borders and, do what we can do to bring this country back, to be part of, contribute to the development of the region. Sudan is a rich country, mineral resources, even land. We're the largest country in Africa. Sudan can provide enough for the world, not only Africa, but it needs the international support. So let us work together as the world community and make Sudan to be a better nation.
Project Education Sudan has a long history. I got involved with the Lost Boys of Sudan in 2001 when they came to the United States to be resettled, and my husband and I became involved with about 12 of them to help them resettle into the United States and to help them and mentor them. We do work in Southern Sudan, and Project Education Sudan formed in 2005 when Isaac Corbett, one of the young men that my husband and I were mentoring, discovered that his mother was alive from an article in the Washington Post. So we went over right after the signing of the Comprehensive Peace Agreement in May 2005, and it was a tough time then. And we found his mother in downpouring rain, which in the Dinka tradition, because we work in a Dinka area, the tribal area of the Dinka, considered a blessing, and we found his mother. And I just thought I was going to Sudan to reunite Isaac with his mother, but I fell in love with the people. What I saw is nothing I had ever seen before. I've been in Africa a lot, but I had never been in a place like Southern Sudan where there's absolutely no infrastructure. The people in 2005 there was a lack of food, they were starving, there was not clean water systems, there was absolutely no health care and no roads. And the roads that were drivable, they were landmines. So when they said, out of not wanting clean water, not asking for health care, but asking for schools, I said, why? Why don't you want clean water and health care first? And they said, because we've gone 2 generations without education, and we really, really want to be educated, so we will no longer be vulnerable to the oppression that we've had to go through. We're working now in 3 villages. We've reunited since Isaac 7 more lost boys, and we're building in their villages of Konbek, which is nearby Deet, and Bor, Pogok, which is nearby Deet, and Mar, which is in East Tweed County. We have 2 primary schools and 4 secondary schools. And we have an all-girls school, the only all-girls school in the area, with over 650 girls.
Project Education is important organization because it is helping people back home in my country, and especially being, providing education to the people back home there. I consider that it is too important because it's help to bring our people back. Most of our community is entirely illiterate, and so they need to help people to be educated and help our kids to know more about the war. So this is not something that we can do by ourselves. And now having Project Education to help us build schools and all these things, I think our kids will be, will be ranked in world history. Maybe someday they will be a learned people. And I have a dream that we, the Sudanese in diaspora, will have an impact in the Sudanese society. We will help Sudan, and we think Sudan will be a better place. But generally, my dream is about Southern Sudan. So Southern Sudan has been affected since 1956, since we gained our independence from British. And we never, there has nothing good that has been done in our country. So we hope if through the referendum or with the outcome of referendum, we hope that Sudan will be a better place and it will be a best place. We have resources, and we have very open-minded people, very friendly, and we have, most of us are very friendly to the West and other international communities. So with that, I think the development in our country in future will be, it will be very okay. And
I've been here in the United States 11 years. I dream to be my home to be with life, better life, for good picture. Women have a lot of things to do because the home is start to the women. If the woman is not educated well, the children, they're not going to be educated to be finished what they dream for it. So the most of thing is a woman. The woman is educated, everything will be life. It's easy for them. If they separate, it will be much better to us. We need to try our life, to try our livings. We are doing good. We are doing not good. So we hope everything will be okay to South, to do their own cultures, their own self, or to have own presidents, or it will be good to the South.